Hello, my name is Lori Stahl-Van. I'm the computer talent and SEP teacher for Halsey Junior High School in Rego Park, Queens. And I'm going to talk to you today about our 3D printer project or 3D design project using TinkerCad and our MakerBots to create custom design chess sets. My 8th grade class has been designing chess sets for the last month and a half, I would say. We just about finished up right before spring break, and we printed out all the pieces, and as you can see, it's quite an eclectic array of pieces that my students have designed, and I'm going to explain more about that and how we design it based on a book, movie, video game, or historic event shortly. But first I wanted to talk a little bit about how we became a MakerBot school or a maker school way back in 2011. We went to Maker Faire, and we're a Mouse Squad school, and at Maker Faire, we're a mile, by the way, from Maker Faire, so it's something we go to every year. World Maker Faire is held at NYSCI in Queens, and we many of us saw the 3D printing village, and I wanted to get a MakerBot in my classroom as soon as I could. It was the minute I saw it, I knew it had to be in my classroom. It would be amazing to have it, and it has been. MakerBot donated MakerBots, the Thingamatics, because they were going into the replicator too. So they donated the MakerBots to Mouse Squad, and we petitioned to get one, and we got one. And what that meant was we got a box, and everything to build a 3D printer was in that box. And then we, with the help of Liz Aram and the folks at MakerBot at the time, we went into Brooklyn to Dean Street and spent a couple of weekends there building our MakerBot. We actually wound up having to go back quite a few times. My husband, who's a computer tech, was able to help us finish building the MakerBot, and our Thingamatic worked by May. We started this in January of 2012. But once we had a working MakerBot, the next question was, what do we do with it? And I decided I wanted to have a unit that would be creative and interesting and fun for the kids, and give them something that they would want to have. So, custom chess set came to mind, and the students designed their pieces based on a book, movie, video game, or historic event. The custom chess sets that they looked at, we did some research on, included Minecraft this year, certainly in the Marvel Universe. And then the question becomes, how do you make a chess set? I mean, these were not clearly designed in 3D design. These were probably built or not printed, but cast. How do you create something that looks like the Incredible Hulk using simple geometric shapes? So the students got to use TinkerCad, and we're going to go over to TinkerCad right now, to design their pieces. And this is TinkerCad, and in TinkerCad, if you contact the people, it's a Autodesk tool now. It wasn't originally, it is now. And Autodesk will give you an academic account so that you can create a team for your students. And on that team, you'll see all your students' work. If you just scroll down, I have some students that are no longer in my class. That's from last year. I don't know how to delete students, and I don't actually, to tell you the truth, want to. It's always a pleasure to see their names again after they've graduated and gone off to do better things than just be in my class. So this is an example of a student's work. She designed pieces based on a zoological game, and she got to pick which piece she wanted me to print based on which one she thought was the best one. Students are, I'm going to just go back to my desktop. or rather my dashboard. Thank you. And these are pieces that I have. I model when I show the kids how to use the tool. And I'm just gonna slip into this one and show you a little bit of TinkerCAD. TinkerCAD comes with some really nice tutorials the kids enjoy doing, and they get to learn how to use the tool. But even with that, you have to do constant modeling. I'm always building a piece when my students are in my class, and it's pretty simple to use. These are the geometric shapes on the side, and you can just pick a paraboloid, and then if you decide that you want to put a pyramid in it or on top of it, you can do that as well, so that you have a shape that kind of has the paraboloid bottom. But you have to come around and sort of, there's a way to be more precise. I'm not going to go there, but you can change the work plane so that it will be definitely precise, and then you can group the piece so that it becomes one piece, and you can put holes in, and you can like etch into the pieces, and that's how you build a piece that's intricate and interesting. And it's a challenge when you go to look at what the students have done. These pieces, these are the TinkerCAD versions of what my students have done. This is a dog from Minecraft. This is Batman. And my students, there was a competition, like I said, and all of the pieces that the students created were up for voting on, and these are the ones that won, and these are the for each of the pieces. This is the pawn that I have to say, you're not supposed to have a favorite, but this is my favorite. It's a sheep, and it's very cute, and she did it based on Animal Farm. So I printed one out on white, and then she won for the pawn, so I printed out her pawn pieces. She took the white one and painted it so that it would look like it does in TinkerCAD. TinkerCAD has colors. Of course, if you're using a MakerBot, you might have a dual output, but it's really complicated to get it to work. I've managed it once or twice, but it never came out the way I wanted it to. When you're using a MakerBot, you are, of course, also dealing with some not necessarily perfect technology. The Replicator 2 that I've been using for the last couple of years, this year kind of died. Sadly, I burnt out the hot plate that the platform that the pieces are built onto. I think I can fix it, but I was in a rush. It took about a month to print all the pieces, and after this one died, we had another Replicator that I was able to borrow from another teacher that SEP bought for us. It's the Mark V, and there are problems with it. There are problems with pretty much every 3D printer. It's not ideal technology, but it's pretty robust. What you're going to have to do when you're wrestling with it, trying to make it work and trying to get it to print out, is worth the effort, because the kids absolutely flip out and love to see their pieces, love to have something they made and hold in their hands and show to each other. It's just a dreamy, wonderful experience. This piece was designed by a student. It's Hogwarts, and she spent the whole month building it. She was just into the detail to a degree that was a little alarming, but she really wanted to do this, so I let her. There's a lot that you can do with a 3D printer, but this is a very succinct, simple project. In the end, my students, there we go, will then write a reflection about their TinkerCAD experience, and they snip these pieces and then build a website. All of my pieces wind up, I use Wix because it's just a simple and clean tool. You can use, if you have Google apps for education, you can use Google Sites. That's certainly doable. But having my students make their pieces and then put it onto a Wix page and write about it, and then they submit their link to me. When I'm going around the classroom during a class period, it's informal assessment, but I am constantly assessing, making sure the students are using the tool correctly. There's a lot of one-on-one. I'm usually at the front of the room modeling in TinkerCAD. I always build my own pieces, and that's a piece based on Spirited Away. I'm not an expert. And I don't want to appear to be. So it's okay that, I'm not perfect. I don't make perfect pieces. The kids aren't going to make perfect pieces either. And it's a journey that we're on together to bring our ideas to life, as it were, by printing them out. I think it's an absolutely phenomenal unit, and I am happy to share it with you. You can find it at my class website, which is www.halseybulldog.org. And if you click on grade 8, this is the class website. If you click on grade 8, it's right here under TinkerCAD, as are all my other units. But I can also be reached if you have any questions. My email is ms.stahlvanbrakel@halsey157.com. And I would love to hear, if you take this idea, what you do with it, because I think there's so much room for creative tweaking and adding what you love and what you enjoy doing to the maker movement, to making, giving the kids an opportunity to make something unique, something they want, something that's creative, is, in my mind, the best gift you can give any student when it comes to design, because we're so busy giving them what they have to do, telling them how they have to do it, giving them the tools, and then giving them a project to make what they want out of those tools is, I think, the essence of the maker movement. It is a unit that you can do in a confined space with limited resources. It does require some technical knowledge, and there might be some hiccups. Technology will always, always, always fail you. But if you go into this experience as a facilitator, as opposed to the font of all knowledge, you're going to find your kids will come and meet you there and help you along the way, and you will get to amazing, amazing places. I hope to see you there. Miss Stahl-Van Brakel calling, signing out. Bye.